What's going on, guys? Welcome to episode 6? Is this episode 6 of the Headglitch podcast? Welcome to episode 6 of the Headglitch podcast. I'm Linkosaurus, your host for the evening. Joined as always on the far left over there, my co-host Basuracat. And in the middle on my screen is our good buddy Vikings, who has joined us several times. You guys should know him by now. Vikings has been ripping fat dabs for the last 3 minutes, and that has prevented us from starting this entire thing. So, yeah, it is, what is today? February 9th. So, episode 6, episode 5 is actually going to go up right after we record this. So I'm really sorry about not having that up sooner. There was a lot of shit going on this weekend that I just did not get the opportunity to upload at all. And I left work, got food, went to the gym, came home, and started recording this. So I've had no opportunity today to upload before recording this one. So there's a few things I want to talk about. Number one, did you guys see that the co-founder of Rockstar Games is leaving the company at the end of March?
Good choice for him.
Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. If Hideo, fucking, is it, what's his name? Hideo Kojima? Is that his name? The guy that made, the guy that,
and shit like that.
huh?
The guy that made Metal Gear.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. Hideo Kojima, that's his name. If Hideo Kojima can branch off from Konami and do his own thing and make phenomenal AAA titles, like with the most recent one was Death Stranding. If he can do that, imagine what the co-founder of Rockstar Games, who has worked on every Rockstar game after GTA 3. Like, from GTA 3 on, every game from Rockstar that's been released, he has been lead design on. Imagine what he can do on his own without having the company tell him what he can and can't do.
Yeah, exactly.
I think with GTA 6, it might not... Is that Paul?
Yeah.
Hey.
Just waiting for him to answer. I
It's
guess
all
he
good.
sent me a message like a minute ago saying sure he'll join.
Hello.
Hey, there he is. So we are now joined by Paul to my left. Everything has kind of shifted, but not really. Just Basura and Vikings moved up there, and Paul's to my left. So you guys remember Paul from a couple of weeks ago? He was on episode 4 of the Headglitch podcast. So
Yeah.
welcome back, Paul.
Thank you.
I might need to turn you down a bit. You is
I know.
loud.
Discord's gotten loud.
That's all good. I just got to turn you down. I'm going to turn you down to 80%. I'm going to turn you down to 81%. Never mind. So we're talking about I need to get his name. I can't just keep referring to him as the Rockstar Games. Dan Houser. Dan Houser left Rockstar, or is leaving Rockstar at the end of March. So that's what we're talking about right now, Paul. Have you seen that at all? That the co-founder of Rockstar Games, it's the co-founder of Rockstar Games. You're good, Vikings. He's leaving Rockstar at the end of March.
Again, good choice on his end.
I absolutely agree. I think it's a phenomenal choice on his end.
I think every video game company can suck fat schlong.
True.
There's like a turning
on that.
Okay, so I would say not every video game company, not the developers, the publishers can suck a fat dong.
Nah,
EA, Activision, like the ones that make the developers like change their
games.
Yeah, fuck with their own games. They make them change the entire concept of the game that they want to make, and
care about money.
that's all it is. They just care about money, and it's
then it's not, nothing will change because every fucking retard on the planet will always buy Call of Duty 11T7,
Oh,
and it's
absolutely.
and we've added jetpacks this game. You can run on walls, and it's like they'll keep doing it because what's gonna change? Well, if everyone's still buying it, like
What was that one? Advanced Warfare or Infinite Warfare, where they had the jetpacks and wall running?
Infinite, I think.
Infinite. Can we just agree that that was nothing more than a rip off of Titanfall?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
all
a
it was.
very, very shittily version of
A
it.
very,
Shitty
very
made.
shitty version of it, yes. Very poorly done. He did say shittily, yes.
Yeah, shittily made.
Very shittily made. Absolutely. So, what do you guys think that means for? What do you guys think it means for GTA 6? Because it's slated for next year.
It's probably going to get postponed.
That's what I'm
It's
thinking.
been like the whole thing this year is that every major game has been getting constantly postponed.
Everything
It's
has
gonna
been
get
getting postponed.
Which is good. I will accept a better game.
I'll accept a postponed game if it's better. If they postpone the game and they keep pushing it back and pushing it back, and it's subpar for the amount of time they've had to develop it, I'll be disappointed. But if they release a phenomenal game, I mean, what was it, 2013, 2014 that GTA 5 came out? So
Yeah, it was like 2013.
6 years ago, and it's still a AAA title.
It came out whenever I was a freshman in high school.
You guys already played Elder Scrolls 6?
I think I was a sophomore in college when it came out.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school whenever it came
All
out.
I care about is Elder Scrolls 6.
Have they?
Yeah, but that's not coming out until like 2024, bud.
Yeah,
No,
that's
it's like 2021, I think.
no, it's next year. It's 2021.
Yeah.
They're talking
Yeah.
about it as next year. Bethesda is talking about it, I think.
I'm not looking
All
forward
I
to
want
it.
is all I want is the hype trailer.
Right. Like,
I'm still not looking
full
forward to
trailer.
it.
I just want, like, at E3, I just want the hype trailer for
Look,
ES6.
Skyrim, like I remember, like everyone had their games, like that defined what they enjoy.
Right.
And for me, it was 11, 11, 11.
Yep.
Like I was beforehand, and E3 the year before, I was sitting there and I just hear dun, dun, dun.
Yep.
You know, it's like dun, and then like the fucking awesome ass like Viking music comes on,
Yeah.
and then he's like,
Yeah.
right there, Dragonborn, and then like I'm like, I got
Yep.
chills from that fucking trailer.
Dude,
and
honestly,
while
I
the
just
game-
got chills from you describing that trailer because I remember it so vividly.
And I walked. I didn't have a car, and I wanted that game. I walked to GameStop. It was like an hour walk, and I walked there, walked back, came back.
Jesus.
I put that shit in and just played for hours, and it was just such a good experience.
I'm
even,
right.
Even though the game is like super buggy, like that was my game.
I'm right there with you.
I'm
On
still not looking forward to Elder Scrolls 6 because they're still making it off the same engine that they've had since Oblivion.
well,
They're not keeping up with the times, man.
I mean, honestly, they just need to make it on the Unreal Engine. If they use Unreal to make,
No, they can keep on using their own proprietary engines like what they use for Oblivion.
but they need
What
to
is it? What is
update it.
It's called White Box or
Yes.
some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, it's some really shitty engine.
But like, update it.
It is.
But what I'm saying is, like, if they're not gonna update their own shit, use the
They might
Unreal
have.
Engine.
They might have updated it. I
And
know
no,
they didn't.
if they did, they would have announced it to everyone.
Or they could
They're
be,
making it on a new proprietary.
It's literally it has a year till it comes
or
out.
they could be waiting until
There's no
E3.
official release date though.
They could be waiting until E3
Yeah,
There
I
could be an
think
official release date.
and to say, hey, we've been developing this on a new proprietary system. We don't
Yeah,
know.
but
Hopefully they
because
do,
wouldn't
but
have
I'm not gonna
announced
hold my
Elder Scrolls
breath for it.
6. They wouldn't have initially announced a trailer, like a teaser for Elder Scrolls 6 if they weren't gonna. They would have brought it up then.
no, I don't think so. They literally like gave you no information. They literally just
No.
showed you what the continent looks like and then the title.
No,
Yes.
I think that if they're going to announce something
It'll be their
big
new
like
trailer.
that, they'll announce both at the exact same time. They'll announce the new
E3.
system at E3 as they're announcing the new game during the Bethesda press
I get a
conference.
feeling that they're not gonna do it. Bethesda's getting cheap, man.
Well,
They're not gonna put in the money to start up a new project to build a new engine.
I mean, to be completely honest, after the debacle that was Fallout 76, they need to do something.
Well, they realize that no one wants to do like their people are getting our age-ish group like you're getting tired of like
Fallout series.
not even the Fallout series, man. It's just like the way that it's like they think we are stupid,
Yeah.
and they're taking advantage of that, and like eventually I
It
just
goes
think
back to the whole Activision conversation with Call of Duty, in the sense that like you're going to have the Call of Duty fanboys that are going to buy every single Call of Duty game every single year.
every year
Every year.
till they die, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Or stop making them, which will never happen because Activision likes money too much.
Yeah.
I mean, look what they did to fucking Blizzard.
Okay.
They're
No,
really
here you go.
fucking up Blizzard.
Here you go. 4 hours ago. Yup, another Call of Duty is coming this year. Activision Blizzard has confirmed that this year's Call of Duty game probably won't be as big of a hit as the Modern Warfare reboot. No shit. Because it's probably going to be another Black Ops.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Black Ops 1 and 2. You know,
Yeah, Black Ops 1 and 2 were their best ones.
But
3 and 4 have been garbage.
and that's because but you've got to think, when they moved, when the split happened.
do you guys remember like how good Black Ops 1 Zombies was?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Everyone fucking owned Black Ops 1, dude. 'cause it was such a
Loved
phenomenal
Black
game.
Ops 1 Zombies.
Dude, it was so
Unlocking
good.
that Avenged Sevenfold song in the middle of Black Ops 1 Zombies while I'm trying to take down the director dude, the final boss.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, I can't think of it right now. But
Yeah,
it was
neither can I.
Day of the Dead or whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah. That unlocking that song and hearing it like in the background starting to come up, and I was like, is that Sevenfold? Fuck yeah! Because back then I was a freshman in high school. So
Moon was really good for me. Like
Moon was
Yeah,
fun.
Moon was a lot of fun.
it was hard. Like I always would
Mhm.
get Jug level 1 because it's like you could get because you know how like that's where the machine was before the
Mhm.
teleporter.
Yep.
And if you did it right, you could run a train, throw grenades into the pile and get enough for Jug, and then teleport.
Yeah,
And like
exactly.
shoot that, and then you could get the fucking every single upgrade. Like it just became so full of itself.
Yep.
Like with the whole storyline, like Jesus.
Black Ops 2 was loved because you could just pack a punch forever and you had a really big singular map to run around in.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't like. I think like there were some Black Ops 2 maps that I kind of enjoyed.
Blizzy Blake coming in with a tier 1 subscription. Thank you so much. Oh my god.
There was only one Black Zombies map that I enjoyed in Black Ops 3.
What?
That was the snow one. Where you could
Is
get
that
the
the one
both.
with the giant? The giant robot?
I didn't play Black Ops
I
3,
don't
so I have
remember.
no idea.
Dude, I like they're the same game in my mind.
Yeah. 4 had the Battle Royale. As well.
Yeah, Black Ops 4,
Um,
the only reason I bought Black Ops 4 was specifically for Blackout. That was it. I
Yep,
played
the only
every
ones that
game
I
mode. I
bought.
played Zombies and I played multiplayer. I got Diamond in everything except for like one set of weapons. That was back when I was playing on Xbox. But the reason that I bought Black Ops 4 was for their Battle Royale, and I absolutely loved that Battle Royale. It was so much fun.
I think Black Ops 2 had the best multiplayer.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I
Well,
don't know. I was a huge fan of Black Ops 1 multiplayer because they actually
mean-
used the money system
Yeah, I
that
thought
you earn for matches. I did enjoy that.
I don't
liked
really
Black
remember
Ops
much about the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, but I do remember playing the multiplayer for Black Ops 2, and it was a lot of fun.
dude, the Peacekeeper was my gun.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking sniper.
Yes,
assault
Blake, I
rifle.
do
Same
remember
guy.
that. Yes, that was a while ago because I've been in North Carolina after I transferred
daylight.
for I've been in North Carolina for a month for a year and a half, so that was a while ago. But thank you
I
so
can't
much
hear
for
you,
the
Viking. I can't hear you.
Vikings.
Where's your, like,
Pull your microphone towards you. There you go.
Lordy, lordy, lordy.
Yeah, dude, Black Ops 2 came out in 2012.
Dude, that's so long ago.
Jesus
Yeah, I know, dude, that was 8
Christ.
years ago.
My God. But then, like, right after Black Ops 2 was the split, right before Modern Warfare 3 came out, was
Mm.
the
I like
split with.
I like Apex Legends right now for my shooters.
Yeah, Apex Legends is in a really good spot
I
right now.
need to play the
Their
new
new
season.
season.
I haven't gotten
Dude,
it. I haven't
you should play
updated
with
it
us
yet.
after this podcast.
I'll play. Yeah.
Absolutely. As depending
dude.
on when Corey gets online, Zan in the Discord, he is wanting to play Rust tonight. So,
Oh fuck yeah, let's play some Rust.
I can't.
We're
do
just
Rust
gaming out.
anymore. I can't Rust rat right now. I haven't downloaded, but like, dude,
Sukarets.
yeah, suka motherfucking rats. Like, I really don't want to deal with. I really don't want to deal like with. Oh god, they're just awful people. They're awful people.
Dude, but Rust is enjoyable, man.
I was playing for a while.
Is Brandon gonna get on tonight?
2 months
Probably,
ago.
yeah. Most likely.
Fuck yeah.
They're both at work right now.
Fuck yeah.
PS5's price is undecided so far.
Guarantee you it's gonna be $500.
Easily. It's
Guarantee
it's
you
gonna
gonna
be
be
Yeah,
500.
somewhere around there. Maybe 600.
Well, no, you know what they're
Mm.
waiting on.
What?
Sony waits on it
Christmas?
every time. No.
Christmas?
Three?
No. Sony waits on this every time there's new consoles getting released. They wait on Microsoft to release their price point, and they gouge that price point by about $50 to $150
Yep.
just to beat
But
sales.
you gotta remember,
Dude, they don't even need to
Microsoft and
do
Sony are
that.
Slightly partnered now. That's why they're gonna start sharing exclusives
Yeah.
between consoles now. So they're probably not gonna do that because
They might
Microsoft
not.
needs money.
Microsoft is in a bad spot right now as far as their consoles goes.
They've been overcharging people for years
Yeah.
for their
Yeah.
shitty Xboxes. Like, what
Right.
the
Yeah,
fuck?
and not to mention the overcharging, but they just haven't had anything better than what PlayStation's had
True.
over
The
like this
titles.
last what 4 years that like the fucking PS4 has been out.
It's
they
literally
have not
better.
beat
It's
them
still
once.
better.
Yeah, they have not beat them once.
They really
They
haven't.
literally had to update their fucking console and release a new one as soon as possible because their console was not performing well enough.
Shocker.
Sounds about right.
I kind of just want to play Skyrim now.
Oh, so going back to that, when Skyrim first came out, I was working at GameStop at the time. This was right when I got
That's
back.
funny.
This was right when I got out of the military, and I was working at GameStop. And so at GameStop, when I worked there anyway, I think you can still do it. But if you work for GameStop, you can rent games for like 4 days at a time to play the game, to be able to talk about the game to your customers so that they buy the game.
Okay.
It's good, and honestly, we just abused the fuck out of it in my store, and we rented the game.
Probably every store.
And oh, absolutely, we rented the game and kept fucking playing it and never brought it back. So
Good shit.
in the first 4 days, keep in mind, I wasn't in college yet. My job was to talk about video games on a daily basis to people who are buying those games. So in the first 4 days that Skyrim was out, I logged in. Let's see, what was it? In the first 4 days, I logged in
8 hours.
84 hours of gameplay.
I was too young. I wasn't allowed that
Alright.
time.
I'm just gonna say this right now. I would love to have an Elder Scrolls game that was just as hard as Oblivion.
Ooh.
Oblivion wasn't hard, man.
All right.
Oblivion was
What was
remarkably
difficult?
enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm obviously, but I'm talking about with the whole content idea that they had of how difficult it is to actually level up your shit.
But sir, can
without
you
exploding the game?
can you pull back off your microphone a little bit and
Yeah.
still okay? Because I noticed that in one of the last recordings after you upgraded to the AT2020, you're up against it like this, and it's really loud in the editing and everything. So I'm having to adjust. So I appreciate it.
I do that because I try to make sure that I don't talk too loud because my roommate likes to go to sleep, generally speaking, early.
That's fair. That's understandable.
So I do that so that way I can lower my actual voice.
No, you're perfectly fine. I'll continue to edit. Go do your thing, man. I never, and shun me all you want, but I never played Oblivion.
It's
a
not
lot
that
of
great of a
fun.
game.
It's a lot of fun.
I started in,
It doesn't age.
yeah. I wanted to get it, but it was like, I don't know why I didn't get it on the Steam Summer Sale. I don't know. I just didn't think
There's
about
good
it.
mods. There's a huge mod.
I was thinking about getting Skyrim again and playing through it because I fucking love Skyrim.
Haven't played it yet.
You haven't played Skyrim yet?
No, I have. I played it already. I beat it, but I have it for VR now.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, you have it for VR now. Ah, interesting.
VR Skyrim. I saw someone playing that. It just
I saw.
like, whatever.
I think I saw Shroud playing it, but
Yeah, it just doesn't seem that fun.
I don't know. I'm probably gonna get a VR headset and then realize that it's not all it's cracked up to be, and then return it within the same fucking month.
I like
Yeah, just remember I had a VR headset for like 6 months,
Yeah.
and then I ended up selling it.
Let's see what else is on here. I'm just looking at GameSpot right now to see like the news for this week to see what else we can discuss.
Oh, where did 2077 get pushed to? I think they'll get a great job.
September 14th. It's 2 days after my birthday.
I think it's gonna be a great game because it'll be fucking Witcher.
Absolutely.
Witcher's a fantastic game.
Yeah.
That's why I said you could talk shit on like most companies, but don't talk shit on CD Projekt Red.
No,
No,
absolutely
no.
not. And that's one of the things that, like, yes, I was excited for an April release of 2077.
But I think they'll
But pushing it back to the fall is going to do one of two things. Or it's going to do two things. One, it's going to let them polish and refine the game, which is why they're pushing it back. And two, it's going to make it a happy birthday present for Link.
I'm still upset that they pushed back Final Fantasy VII Remake again.
Did they push it back again?
Yep, they pushed it back by another month.
That's not bad though.
But it was
If they're
announced in 2016.
Yeah, but at least it was announced. I'm still waiting on an announcement for Half-Life 3, so
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
it's
bud.
not gonna happen. Not with what was it,
Series.
Half-Life Project Alex that comes out this year or next year?
The successor. I think that is 3.
Probably. I mean, let's be honest. We can probably just call
They
that
didn't want to
3.
call it because they didn't want to call it 3.
They don't want to call it 3 because they don't want to give us the fucking satisfaction of having a Half-Life 3.
I mean, they probably don't want to do it because it's been so long and it's been like basically put in like on the back burner for so long.
It really
they don't want
has.
to be like, oh shit, we're not going to call it Half-Life 3 because we don't want to get people hyped up just to realize that it's not going to be that good of a Half-Life game.
Yeah.
It might be pretty good. It looks really good.
It looks really good. I'm still a huge fan of Half-Life 2 and the original.
See, I've never played a Half-Life game.
You absolutely should play Half-Life 2 and then play Half-Life 2 Episode 1 and Episode 2.
Yeah, I agree.
They're amazing games.
And then bring the garden gnome with you all the way to the end of the game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude, what is this? Left 4 Dead 2?
You talking about?
Left 4 Dead 2?
What about it? Wait, what about it?
Whenever you play the carnival, you have to do one of the games, and you bring a gnome with you to the end of the
No,
map.
I'm talking about Half-Life.
Oh, we're actually talking about Half-Life, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a garden
Yeah, I
gnome
know.
you can find, and you get a huge achievement if you like get all the way to the end.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like one of
you're
the
supposed to carry around a garden gnome as well, and
I mean,
Left 4 Dead 2.
That's funny.
It's
that makes
but they're both made by Valve.
Yeah.
I mean, their achievements are gonna coincide there. Neo
sense.
2.
It's way harder. It's way harder in Half-Life to do that shit because it's like at the beginning of the game till the end.
Oh, it is. It is. Yeah. And if you lose that thing, you got to restart. Yeah. And the hard thing is that garden gnome is fragile. So if you don't set it down, like you've got the gravity gun. Spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't played Half-Life 2.
Okay.
So you've got the gravity gun, and if you set that garden gnome down, and then you take a saw blade with the gravity gun, and you shoot it out, and it bounces off a metal object and shoots back and hits that garden gnome, you're done. You got to restart. Or if you're carrying the garden gnome with the gravity gun and you don't set it down on the ground and you drop it, it breaks and you're done. You got to restart. It was a bitch of an achievement. Neo 2, which is the prequel to the original game. It's gonna be a pre-sequel. Releases March 14th on PlayStation 4. apparently.
Nice.
I never played Neo, but a buddy of mine plays the shit out of it, and I kind of
I don't
want to
think I've ever
play it.
played Neo.
Now that we have, now that I'm living with Brandon and we have the PlayStation in the apartment, it's gonna be like we're gonna set it up in the living room and play the shit out of it. Outer Worlds for Switch delayed due to coronavirus outbreak.
Yeah, that's why I can't find my mod packs.
Yeah.
For my vape.
Yeah.
Well, I threw away my vape, so.
Oh, that's fair.
I was just so tired of it. I kept trying to go get new tops for it, but the guy was like, "Yeah, the coronavirus is like, stopping it from getting sent out."
What was it that I saw? One, the coronavirus is a man-made virus.
Mm-hmm.
2, have you seen the logo of the company that made that virus?
It's Umbrella Corporation.
It's fucking
and did you know
Umbrella
that Corona's an
Corporation.
anagram for raccoon?
Yes. Corona is an anagram for raccoon.
It's only
And
speculation.
no, the
Okay, sheeple.
the fucking the name of the company, part of the name translates to umbrella.
Mm-hmm. Sheeple, man.
Wake up.
Sheeple. Wake up. Stay woke.
Stay woke. Outer Worlds sells 2 million copies as Take-Two
questions. How the game
questions
did so well.
as Take-Two questions the subscription model
Wait for what?
for Outer Worlds.
Oh, there's a really good story game.
Yeah, you mean a game they spend $40 for that you can complete almost absolutely everything in 9 hours, like I did?
But at least it's $40, not $60.
Yeah, but it's $40 for a game they can complete in 9 hours. You're not going to get your money's worth unless you keep on remaking and remaking and remaking.
It could be a $60 game that you can complete in 9 hours.
Yeah, this is why I put it on the Xbox Game Pass for $2.
Exactly.
I was like, I could not justify spending $40 on this game.
Right? Okay, so I've got. We can still barely hear you, bro.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
That's a little bit better. So, I've got to start ordering my stuff for PAX. PAX is in 17 and a half days.
Yep. I need to do that as well.
I'm going to focus on that this week.
It's the day before my birthday. We'll see if I go.
Where's the bong, dude?
Vikings.
Yeah, Vikings.
You
Where's
said
the
you
bong?
live 45 minutes away
Like
from
it's
Boston,
outside.
right?
What?
You said you live like 45 minutes from Boston, right?
I go from Boston to Cape Cod.
Okay.
It's like maybe an hour at most.
Okay. So you're gonna try to, or, even if you don't come to PAX, if you don't actually
Even if I don't come
go to
PAX,
PAX,
I'm gonna get a frickin' beer.
we are one. Daylights is taking me, Basura, and if Brandon goes, on a bar crawl through downtown Boston. He said we're
So
gonna
that's
get
becoming
drunk
a-
as fuck and we're gonna be cold as fuck. But if I drink enough whiskey, I ain't gonna be cold. Cause whiskey warms the goddamn soul. Dude, we made
Stick with the cognac, Shinny.
our cognac's good. We got a manager in training right now at Longhorn, and he made a Long Island yesterday.
Oh god.
It was either a Long Island or a Tito's Texas tea. I don't know, but they were talking about it, and it was still sitting there, and it wasn't at the table or anything. And they tried it, and the look on their face made me want to try it. So I took a straw, and I tried it, and I was no longer cold. I was very warm because it was nothing but liquor on the top of that fucking drink. And he was like, well, you didn't stir it up. I'm like, did you add the liquor in last? He goes, no, I added the fucking sour mix in last, and I was like, okay. I was like, you're gonna need to make another one of these because this one's probably gonna disappear. If you can just look that way for a minute, like literally 1 minute, just look that way and then come back, and the glass will disappear and everything. I'll take it to dish, all right. But you're gonna need to make another one of these because this is delicious. And it just tasted like straight alcohol, and it was amazing.
Dude, my mouth, I have so many mouth sores right now. I want to cry.
You have mouth sores?
Yeah. And canker sores.
That sucks, dude. Get
My controller in this game.
if you get, I think it's Oral-B, or it might be Oragel makes it. It's one. It's one, and it's a mouthwash that breaks down the canker sores and everything.
That's
and
nice.
they'll like the longest I've had one after seeing it pop up, like I'll bite the inside of my lip and one will pop up a couple days later because I bit my fucking, like, I'm talking like bit a hole through my lip or like the inside.
Trust me, I do it all the time. I got a fat ass tongue.
Right. And if I see it start to come up, I'll rinse my mouth out like twice a day with that for like 30 seconds to a minute, and it lasts like maybe 2 days, and it's gone. It starts to dry it out pretty quickly.
I think they came from stress.
That's probably accurate. So, speaking of PAX, starting on, I need to download the Expo Hall map PDF file.
Yeah, once I get my tax return, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the majority of that to pay for my whole PAX trip.
I can't blame you there.
How much are you gonna spend? Where is it? Boston?
Boston.
Yeah.
Is it worth spending a lot of money on food in Boston? I know it is
Yes,
in California.
it absolutely is. Especially if we can get, especially on a bar crawl, because we're gonna be in a lot of traditionally Irish pubs, and their fucking food is phenomenal.
Get some blood sausage, man.
Fuck yeah, absolutely, dude.
I just went to an Irish pub recently. I had myself some cabbage and corned beef. So good.
Hell yeah.
So starts PAX East in Boston starts February 27th, February 27th, and goes until March 1st. I think either that Saturday night or probably that Saturday night, so that we can all catch our flights the next day without having to worry about it. We're going to do an in-person podcast. So everybody that can be there, it's going to be...
So, are you going to be bringing your Yeti?
I'm thinking about bringing the Yeti. I was thinking about bringing the Yeti and bringing the SM7B and setting the SM7B up on... I was thinking about getting a mic stand that actually stands on the ground, or just bringing this mic stand with me and putting it on like the table beside me or something.
Yeah,
it's a 30-hour drive to Boston.
Yeah, it's a 13-hour drive for me. That's why I'm flying.
Yeah, 13 hours is not a big deal. Just drive.
It's not, but the big thing with me driving that 13 hours is I'm in a 2001 Toyota that's got almost 300,000 miles on it, and I don't think it'll make that trip.
Sounded like a green machine, bud.
Dude, I know. Is it a green machine? I had no Ford Civic for the longest.
It's a 2001 Toyota Solera. It's a fucking powerhouse of a vehicle, but I don't want to.
It's a trooper.
It is absolutely a trooper, but I don't want to risk it falling apart in the middle of our drive up there and getting stranded in fucking Pennsylvania or some shit. You know what I mean?
If that's the case, you call Wiley.
Call Wiley, be like, hey, I need your help, bro. We're stuck. We're on our way to PAX and we're stuck. I would honestly rather just fly for the $170 for the $100 and like, well, what was it, like $175 to fly. like that's a round trip ticket, and it's a 2.5 hour flight. I can just bring my Switch with me and play some Breath of the Wild for a couple of hours.
Exactly.
And I'm already
just gonna
there.
Bring my Switch and I'm just gonna start playing some Pokemon Sword and just
Exactly.
sit there for 2 hours breeding.
Exactly.
Wasn't that game fucking awful?
He's gonna sit there, but you heard it here. Basura's gonna sit on the plane and breed.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit there and breed my Pokemon. Man. I gotta get those fucking IVs.
So, I've been looking over the exhibitors for PAX East while we've been sitting here talking about it. That's what I've been looking off screen for. It's a pretty full house actually.
Nice.
So there's 3 Black Dot, who made, let's see, 3 Black Dots.
Gentlemen, I have to disappear.
It's all good, brother.
Big sad.
You're good.
You guys have a great night.
You too, my man.
You too, man.
Oh, that's who is that?
He's me, man. I don't know. I might have to hand out his welfare.
Oh, they made Skate.
Got like 10 minutes and then I'll have to head out.
Oh, it's all
We got
good, man.
Atlas Games.
Let's see. There's 3 Black Dot, ArenaNet, the Behemoth, Devolver Digital, Larian Studios, Nintendo and PlayStation, of course. Private Division, Square Enix is going to be there. THQ Nordic, who is a subsidiary of Square Enix, so I kind of expected that to happen. Tiny Build, Double Fine, Tripwire Interactive, Inti Creates, INTI. Brace Yourself Games, Team 17, Yacht Club Games, Perfect World.
PWE.
Yep.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we don't have to go see PWE either.
All right. Thank God we're not gonna go see them.
No.
Dude.
Motion Twin and
Yisbeard.
Yisbrid. It's Yisbrid Games or Isbrid Games. That's it.
I'm gonna search how to pronounce.
Yeah,
this.
please do.
Oh my god. That was hilarious.
So they have a bunch of exhibitors. That's their digital content, but their tabletop area is fucking massive. Atlas Games, like you said, Battleground Games and Hobbies, Blood of the Clock Tower.
It looks like
Esprid? Okay. Level Up Dice. I will absolutely go by Level Up Dice because their fucking dice are incredible, and I will come home with some. I might never use them, but I will come home with them. SRG Universe, Pastimes, Pandemorium Books and Games. Let's see. Night Moves Cafe. Jason Anarchy Games, Japanime, Greater Than Games LLC, Game Right, White Wizard's going to be there, Wizards of the Coast is going to be there. I'm going to spend a metric fuck ton of time at Wizards of the Coast because I'm a massive fucking Magic the Gathering nerd, and I will be there.
Wizard of the Coast?
Yeah, Wizards of the Coast is going to be there.
So right there, what I sent in Discord, that's how you pronounce it.
Runny nose. I got boogers, and I think I just licked my boogers.
That's okay, cool. All right. Yeah, Wizards of the Coast is going to be there. Wormwood Gaming, Wild Power Games, and the Unpub Network, Scyther Games, Steve Jackson Games, and Zafty Games. That's just a handful of them.
I mean, the only thing that I care about when it comes to Wizard of the Coast is D&D.
That's understandable. I will definitely be checking out their D&D panel, but I'm a huge fan of Magic the Gathering, and I will definitely be looking at their new fat packs to see if I can't get something.
And that's food packs, yeah.
I will probably come home with at least 2 fat packs.
Oh yeah.
For their new set. for those of you who don't know what a fat pack is, it's they've changed it a little bit recently, but the way they used to be was 8 boosters. It's a stack of land. It's like, what was it, like 20 of each land to be able to build whatever deck you want, and it's just base land, base mana. It's a pack of base mana, and then there's it comes with a custom life die for that set, and then it comes with I think it came with 8 booster packs to open to build a deck out of. We used to go in and we used to go to the local card shops, and we would go in and on release nights, and you would buy a fat pack. It's $40 or $45 for a fat pack. I think they went up in price, but I think they actually added a 9th booster pack. So that extra $5 is another booster pack. So it's not, you're basically paying for the booster packs and then getting the land and the life die for free.
Oh, nice.
So we would go in and everybody would buy a fat pack, and they would have hundreds of them. And you would buy a fat pack and open it, build your deck out of cards that are in that pack, and then compete in the tournament that night. We were there until like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning most nights, like most releases. And then you had the booster pack releases where you would get a booster box, which was $100, but it came with like 36 booster packs. It was either 30 or 36. I don't remember which. But it came with a fuckload of booster packs. And you would go through and you could buy a stack of land to use in your deck, because it's not guaranteed that you're going to get enough land and all that for what you need. You're most likely going to, but you can always buy basic lands. And you would just open that booster box and you would build decks out of that booster box and compete in a tournament that way.
Do you know what I remember back whenever I used to be into trading card games? The biggest one that I was into was Yu-Gi-Oh! And I used to get those big-ass metal tins that they used to sell their decks in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember those days.
I remember it, yeah.
You could easily fit like 800 cards in those things.
Easily.
Oh, yeah. Pretty sure I got
I remember being super stoked to buy Yugi's deck when it first came out. Granted, I was in fucking middle school. I was in like 6th grade when that shit came out.
Yeah. I quit playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Whenever GX was a thing. And then I haven't touched a trading card game since.
You and everybody else. I went from Yu-Gi-Oh! To playing Magic the Gathering.
I tried playing Magic the Gathering, couldn't get into it.
I'll tell you one thing I will leave with is dual deck. So Wizards of the Coast for Magic the Gathering makes a dual deck, which is 2 decks that are designed to play against each other. So like, if we go to Walmart and buy a dual deck, me and you can play with just those 2 decks. Like, you use one, I use the other, and we play with those decks. And they each come with their own life die.
Okay.
So they're designed to play against each other, and it's like $20 or $25 for a dual deck. And
so is that what we're gonna do while we're at PAX?
Probably, yes, absolutely.
Dude, I haven't played Magic the Gathering since I was like 10 years old.
Probably, yeah.
I'm pretty sure I only have 1 deck. That's about it.
Oh God, hold on. I'm about to get no. You two converse with yourselves. I'm gonna show you the amount of nerd that is Link.
Yeah, dude, this boy's about to full nerd out with us.
You just wear your green little pointy hat.
He's gonna be like, here's my death deck. What?
Here's my deck. I don't know.
Mythical beasts, Yu-Gi-Oh! All over again.
But I do have to head out because I have my stream up and I can't just keep it on pause. Oh my God.
I mean, that's why you just swap over to streaming the podcast, like what me and Link are doing.
Yeah, just go to type in Headglitch podcast and then go from there. Put it on put it on talk shows and podcasts.
Nope.
No.
Stream because I'm only streaming for another hour.
Gotcha. So
But I am gonna watch.
this is my competition deck. This deck is not deck is not tournament legal anymore. It is so fucking broken that I can have a defense of like so you have an attack and defense in Magic, which
Yeah,
is
I remember like the two
like
fucking number
like a
icons on, like, the
2/2 and a 1/3 and a 3/2 and all that shit. I can on turn 4, I can have 4 13/13 monsters on the field with this
corner.
deck.
Oh, Jesus.
This is my zombie deck. This is the first deck I ever built. The way this deck plays is I don't care how many zombies you send to the grave, I'm going to play one card and they're coming back with a vengeance and all the
Nice.
power-ups. Then there's a bunch of like these little tiny decks, but oh god, I forgot about these. I'll definitely be looking at the new Dragon Shields while we're there because they're like the best deck protectors ever.
Nice.
Let's see. I've just got a whole bunch of decks that are built. This right here is just my built decks. That's not
Oof.
including the box of loose cards that is in the living room right now sitting on the coffee table.
Jesus.
Like,
Does Brandon play Magic the Gathering?
he's about to.
This boy's about to learn today, let me tell you.
Oh my god. Too much. Too much magic.
Yeah, man. I don't understand people that get into TCGs anymore.
I don't understand. I mean, I can still play some, like, I know I was playing some Pokemon TCG. But,
Like, I couldn't even get into Pokemon whenever I tried playing the TCG.
it's weird. So
Yeah.
weird.
I just wasn't a big fan of it. The only TCG that I ever got fully into was Yu-Gi-Oh! Jesus Christ.
Loose cards.
Go,
If you
get
can
that
see it,
outta here. Put
it
that
literally says,
MTG.
well, you can't see it now, but it says Magic the Gathering cards storage.
Well, that's my.
That's all loose cards, and there's a couple of built decks in there. But I was carrying it in here, and I heard rattling in there. I think some of my dice is in there.
Nice.
So I might have just found my dice and not realized it.
Alright, you too.
Are you out of here, brother?
Yes, I am.
Well, thank you for joining us.
This is a good podcast.
The recording is minus the amount of time that we sat around bullshitting before the podcast started, getting the audio set up and everything. It's just under an hour, so me and Basura will sit here and bullshit for a little bit and talk about a couple more things that we're excited about for PAX and everything, and we'll end it from there. But Vikings, thank you for joining us, my man.
Done with PAX.
Do what?
You get your scheduling done with PAX.
Or you get the scheduling. I just need the money, dude. Honestly,
Well, it won't take long.
this
That's what
weekend.
I'm waiting for my,
I'm gonna
that's
have
what
it this
I'm waiting
weekend.
for my,
Yeah.
for my tax return.
Yep.
Once I have my tax return, I'll be able to buy everything immediately.
Hey,
Hell yeah.
And I just got to put in leave for it, vacation.
So I've been having an issue. We'll talk to you later,
Later,
Viking.
man.
Oh shit. How do I? There it goes. There we go. Okay. So I've been having an issue with Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, I was sitting there.
Still having a fucking issue with that, and I still can't play Black Flag. I'm gonna try it again here in a little bit, but I
don't know
still
why you're
can't play
having an
Black
issue.
Flag. Brandon can play it just fine. I think it's because my Uplay subscription got suspended because my old debit card, which expired at the end of December, had already gotten charged for January and then expired. I never updated the debit card information with the new debit card. So when February came around, at the end of January, it never got the chance to go through. So I tried updating it, but their system refuses to charge it.
Yeah.
So I flat out bought Assassin's Creed Black Flag because it was like $7. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
So I flat out bought it. Still can't launch that shit.
But what about Wildlands?
I'm honestly not even gonna try. Because one, I'm not gonna pay full price for Wildlands.
I mean, I still haven't.
I'm gonna wait until Ubisoft. I was on chat support earlier updating everything. It should be fixed within a few hours. But I'm not holding my breath because I've been having this issue since Thursday. It's now Sunday night. But can we just talk about the fact that Ubisoft announced a guaranteed 5 games that are coming out in the next year? Like from now until this time next year.
I mean, now the question is it going to be good? Any of them?
So let's see. Okay.
Because no
Jesus
offense with
Christ.
Uplay, but I don't trust any of it's going to be good.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so between April 2020 and March 2021,
Mm-hmm.
Watch Dogs Legion, which I really hope they fix the Watch Dogs series. Because the first one was so much fun, and the second one was a giant fucking flop.
All right, so the first one was a lot of fun. The driving was horrible.
Horrible. So they tried to work so much on focusing on the driving, and the second game just was terrible. It just tanked so bad.
Yep. Trust me, I own both of them
Yeah.
on PC.
So Watch Dogs Legions, Gods and Monsters is coming out.
I'm excited for Gods and Monsters.
Yes.
That game looks really fucking good.
Yeah.
And I love their art style.
Yes. So do I. And Rainbow Six Quarantine. That's this year. That's fall of this year. That's holiday season 2020.
I am looking to a zombie Rainbow Six game.
Yes. Absolutely. Spring of next year. And these games are already slated. There's no pushing them back. These games are slated to come out. That's this year for those 3. This time next year. So spring, March, April-ish, probably April of next year.
Yeah.
The new Assassin's Creed, which is
the fucking Norse
the
one.
Norse
That
one.
sounds so
Assassin's Creed Ragnarok is what it's supposed to be called. They're probably going to change it. But Assassin's Creed Ragnarok.
Is a very used name.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so fucking excited for that shit.
I would love to see it being multiplayer.
I would love for what we talked about the other night for it to be like a full co-op story. Like where like you can jump in and jump out whenever you want to, and like your characters play together. Where like I'm over here doing one thing for one part of the mission, you're over here doing another thing for the same mission, like, or like I'm chasing a guy and you're over here waiting on him, and I chase him down this alley and you just come up behind him or come up from the corner and just axe to the neck or something, you know?
What do you mean tackle his ass, dude?
Right.
That's all Assassin's Creed that you do, man. Is just
Right.
tackle people.
Just tackle people nonstop. And Far Cry 6.
See, that one I'm not looking forward to. I don't think.
And that's what I wanted your opinion on, because personally, I'm not excited for it either. 4 was phenomenal.
4 or 5?
4.
4?
4 was phenomenal.
See, I played
Where
2,
you-
3, and 5.
Okay, 4, you played as a guy that was in, like the Hindi Mountains.
Mm-hmm.
and you like it's the same as every other Far Cry game. You're trying to take down a dictator and all that. But it was such a good game. There was such good DLC. You could hunt down a Yeti in the DLC, in the Yeti DLC. And it played a lot like Red Dead, where if you went up into the mountains, you had to have like a certain amount of like your clothing had to be able to withstand a certain amount of temperature. So like you had to upgrade your clothing to be warmer if you were going to go up into the mountains. And then it was just overall. I think you were somewhere in India, or I know like you're somewhere over there. I can't even remember what the name of the actual like country you were in or island you were on or whatever it was. But then Far Cry, what was it? The fucking Primal.
Mm-hmm.
It was so bad. Oh my god. The one redeeming quality for Far Cry Primal was the fact that Far Cry Primal was a prequel to Far Cry 5 or Far Cry 4, I mean, in the sense that it happened in the fucking Ice Age era, caveman and shit, on the same map.
Mm-hmm.
But then they did the exact same thing with 5 and New Dawn. Like, I get it. 5 was a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed 5. The ending of 5, I did not see that actually happening. I just thought it was dude's like crazy idea of what could happen. I did not see that happening the way it did. But then it did, and it ended. And I was like, what the fuck? And then Far Cry New Dawn is what, like 50 years after the fact or some shit? No, not even that.
Something like that.
Yeah, because Joseph Seed is now like, he's just this old decrepit man. Well, I wouldn't say decrepit. He still looks like he's in fucking shape, but he's also living as a fucking outcast up in the fucking mountains and shit. I think it happened like 20 years after the fucking ending of Far Cry 5. I don't think it was 50 because he was already pretty old. That would put him at like 80 by the time New Dawn happens. Yeah. But I need them to go back to like Far Cry 3 and Far Cry 4 kind of games for Far Cry 6.
Far Cry 3 kind of game. If they did like a kind of like Far Cry 3 kind of game, I'd play the shit out of it. I loved Far Cry 3.
I actually never played Far Cry 3.
Oh, dude, it was so good.
I'd keep meaning to, and I was gonna. I mean,
your tattoo upgrade was really cool. So whenever you got skills and stuff that you got like skill points for to level up, you tattooed yourself again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so you had like a full like sleeve of like this like tribal tattoo stuff with like
all your abilities and shit. Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah.
If I can ever get fucking Ubisoft to give me access to my fucking Uplay account again, and actually, like, I'll fucking buy it and play it.
Yeah, this is like what it looked like. Oh, dude, someone actually got the tattoo of it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here, I'll send this to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone got the actual tattoo of it.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, man.
That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, guys, we are coming up on an hour, I believe. After editing, it might be a little bit short of an hour. And with it just being the two of us here, I think we're going to bounce from the recording and get into some games. So those of you who are following the stream, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Or those of you who are in the stream right now while we're doing this recording, thank you for hanging out with us. Make sure you check out the full video on the YouTube channel. Those of you who are watching it on YouTube, links in the description to all of the streamers that are in the Headglitch podcast, this episode, I'll link their channels in the description so you can go and check them out and everything. Basura, obviously myself, and Vikings. Paul and Eamon don't stream. I think Eamon's gonna try to stream, but
Paul might try to stream. He came over to my house yesterday. Friday night into Saturday morning and hung out the whole time. And I had him streaming for a few hours, see how he liked it.
Oh wait, I didn't even think about that. When we actually started the recording for this, like after the editing and everything, Eamon's not even gonna be in this because he had to go he ended up getting sick and had to get off before we even started the recording. So Eamon's a buddy of ours, I think. Eamon was in last week's, wasn't he?
Yep.
Okay, so anybody who's following the podcast chronologically, you'll know who Eamon is. And like I said, this last week's podcast is about to go up. Again, I'm sorry. It took a while to get everything done. I'm running off like 30 minutes of sleep right now. I look high as fuck. I'm just tired. Like I'm just fucking tired.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with us. Thank you so much for watching this on YouTube, and we will just as a reminder, we record every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I try, emphasis on the word try, to upload every Saturday. This week it did not happen. Next week, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this goes up on time next Saturday. But if you guys want to be here for the podcast, whether you want to be in one of our streams in the chat, or if you just want to just watch live, you can follow either myself or Basuracat, my co-host over here, on twitch.tv, and I'll have both of our links again at the top of the description. So I will catch you guys later. Basura, do you want to end with anything?
No, I'm fine.
All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Peace out.